Good morning, guys, or good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time you guys are watching this video. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are brand new. My name's Olivia, and I'm on Weight Watchers Blue Plan, and I get 24 points in a day, and thanks for joining me on a What I Eat in a Day on Weight Watchers.
I guess I really don't know what Christmas is all about. Isn't there anyone who knows what Christmas is all about? I can tell you what Christmas is all about.
Chestnut roasting, Jack Frost nipping at your nose. So I'm offering a simple phrase. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you.
So starting out for breakfast, I'm just going to keep it super simple and have scrambled eggs. I'm also going to have some Butterball reduced salt turkey bacon, and I'm also going to use some of this light Basil for my scrambled eggs, and it is so delicious and so easy. Just another quick note that with my coffee, I'm actually pretty sure I'm not going to count my coffee anymore, because so many people that I watch, other people that are on WW, they actually don't even count their coffee, and so I think I'm going to start that. I've always counted it, but honestly, I think I'm ready to just kind of leave out the counting of my coffee in the morning, and if I have a second one in the afternoon or a second one at all, I will definitely count that. But other than that, yeah, not counting coffee anymore. Let me know down in the comment section below if you count your coffee or if you are on the no counting coffee train as well. So I'm choosing to microwave my turkey bacon, and you can definitely cook it however works best for you, but I find cooking turkey bacon in the microwave is super simple and fast, and it helps me just choose the right choice, if I'm looking for a low point option. And it's just 1 minute in the microwave on one side, and then you flip it and it's 1 minute on the other side, and it gets it perfectly crispy for me. As you can see, it's nice and crispy. Turkey bacon's delicious. If you haven't given it a try, definitely try it out. I didn't know if I'd like it for a very long time, but I like it now. I'm also using some salsa. This is 0 points from Walmart, and it just kind of jazzes up the breakfast. You know what I mean? Like, it just adds a different little flavor, and I think it's super yummy with the bacon and the eggs. So here's my breakfast all together. I have 4 points, 3 points for the bacon, 1 point for the basil, and I'm not counting my coffee. Okay, so welcome to lunchtime. I'm actually going with something pretty light for lunch and definitely one of my go-tos. I have a little cup of soup here. It's actually from England. I think it's 2 points. It could be 3 points, but that's what I'm going with. It's their Bachelor's brand, and it's so delicious and definitely reminds me of growing up. I used to visit England once or twice a year to go and see my family there. And then I have these little Salma's oven-baked corn crackers. They're so good. So one packet is 2 points and well worth it. You can add whatever you want to them, but for today, I'm just going to add a little bit of the Philadelphia Light cream cheese, and it's so yummy on the corn chips. I know, or the crackers. I know it doesn't seem like it might go well together, but it really does. So just 1 tablespoon for 1 point, and my deli meat, 2 slices for 0 points for this Pillar's chicken breast. So these little corn chip crackers are so, so good. A colleague of mine used to have them at work all the time, and she definitely got me into them, and they're so low in points. And they're actually a pretty decent size. So they're super yummy. I actually think you could make like nachos or something like that with these because they are a nice size. So if you don't want to use cream cheese on it, then you can definitely try something else. I measure out my cream cheese using my food scale just because I feel like I actually get more. So I use about 5 grams per chip of the light cream cheese, and it's definitely enough, and it just gives it a nice layer. Then I'm going to go in with my chicken breast, and I just use 2 slices, and I cover all 3 of the crackers with this amount, and it's perfect. Okay, and then I forgot to mention I'm going to be having one of these Lucky Charms cereal bars, and they're 4 points each. And so I'll have that a little bit later in the afternoon, but I will just show you it with my lunch so you know exactly what I'm having. So altogether I have this little cup of soup, which is actually pretty filling. Then I have my 3 crackers, cream cheese, and chicken breast. I have an apple, and then my cereal bar for a little bit later. So, so good. Hey guys, okay, so it's dinner time and I'm actually gonna be making a pretty like warm and cozy kind of meal to make during winter. Something that I love. This is definitely a meal that in my house growing up we had, and I definitely love to make. So we're gonna be making beef stew tonight, and I'm just gonna be making it a super easy way. I actually would have preferred to make this in the slow cooker, but I didn't have enough time this morning to set it all up and film. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna cook it on the stove. So that's how we're going to make it tonight. And I did put all the ingredients in my recipe builder in WW in the app, and I'm pretty sure it's coming out to around 6 points per serving, which is actually phenomenal because what I'm making here today should serve about 5 people, and I think it's about 5 to 6 points. I will put it on the screen and let you guys know, and then I will try and either list all the ingredients down below or like link a similar recipe as well so you guys can follow something legit, not just my like what do we have in the cupboard kind of ingredients. So yeah, I'm really excited to pull this together. I think it's gonna be so yummy. It's a cold kind of day here. I'm just really ready for something that's rich and super tasty, so that's what we're gonna be doing. Okay, so here are the ingredients that I'm gonna use for the recipe today. So I'm gonna wash these. I have 3 carrots. I probably might only use 2, but I just grabbed 3 just in case. I'm gonna use a little bit of celery. I have a sweet onion here, and then I have 4 potatoes down here that I have to peel and chop to go into the stew. And then I also, this is the beef I'm using. So this is trimmed beef. So this is just stewing beef. So that's what I'm going to use. I also will use a little bit of tomato paste, probably 1 tablespoon. I will also use a can of peas at the very end. I have cornstarch, which I'm going to use at the end for thickening. I also have some flour, which I'll be using for help with seasoning the beef, and that'll help it coat and then sear in the pan nicely. And then I'm going to use some beef broth. This is just the 30% reduced sodium Campbell's, and I might use 1, I might use 2, not 100% sure, so I just pulled them both out. Okay, so for seasoning, I have a few different ingredients. I'm gonna be using some thyme, and then I also have 2 bay leaves that will go into the stew while it's cooking. They will come out at the very end. But then I also am gonna be using onion powder, sea salt, black pepper. That'll help me season the beef with my flour. And then at the end, I like to keep these little OXO beef sachet like packets just on hand, just in case I want to use them just to flavor it up a little bit more. I might use 1 or maybe 2 of those depending on the flavor, but this is pretty much it. So I am going to start out by peeling everything, and then that way once this is all ready and just sitting at the side, I can get my beef going. So I feel like this is the important step, just to get all of this organized, and then I can go ahead and get the beef ready. Okay, so here are my vegetables all prepped. So I have potatoes. I don't know if I'm gonna use all of these. I'm gonna see what fits in my pan because I'm already worried that it's gonna be too much. And then I have the same, I have the trio, which is the onion, celery, and carrot. And I'm gonna see how much I want in the pan and what fills it up. And if it gets too full, then I won't add everything. But these are the veggies prepped. So next up, I'm going to take the beef and I'm just going to put it in here so that I can coat it with some flour. So it's already cubed up, so I don't have to do any of that, which is great. So next up, I'm going in for less than a quarter cup, but I'm just gonna use this as my measure, just to kind of grab some flour. Probably won't use that much. And I'm just going to sprinkle that over the beef. Probably half of that. And then I'm also going to use some of the thyme, which I'm gonna save some of it for while it's cooking. So we're gonna go in with some of the thyme. I'm gonna go in with onion powder. Some sea salt, and some cracked black pepper. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and stir this all around. Make sure the beef is coated. Okay, so there is the beef. It's all ready to go into the pan. I'm just going to use a little bit of olive oil in my pan. So I just grabbed my olive oil and I'll use this in the pan, probably 1 or 2 tablespoons, and I'm going to sear the beef. Okay, so my pan is ready. I'm just going to add a little bit of olive oil. I'm not really gonna measure it out. I'm just going to pour in just like a tablespoon or 2. Should be good. And then I'm gonna sear my beef. If I have to, I'll do 2 batches, but I might be able to kind of get it all in. No, I probably shouldn't crowd the pan like that, but I think it'll be fine. I'm not looking to get them too seared anyways. I don't want them too crispy. So just gonna sear these on both sides, and I'm gonna take them out, put them back in my little bowl here, and then I will start on the veggies. Okay, the beef is off, and now I'm just gonna use the same pan, and I'm gonna go ahead and put my onion, my carrot, and my celery in to get that all cooking. Okay, so while these are just cooking lightly, I am going to add in a little bit more of the salt and pepper. Why couldn't I think of that? I'm also going to go in with a little bit more onion powder and then the rest of my thyme, just so that can have some time to cook. I don't know, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, we're going in with the thyme, a little bit of salt, pepper, and a little bit of the onion powder. I just really like the flavor this gives. That's why I'm adding it. Stir this around. It already smells delicious, by the way. Okay, so this is about as soft as I want them to get. I'm gonna go ahead and put my beef back in, and then I'm gonna add my potatoes and broth next. I know the beef didn't sear as much as I wanted, but we tried. Okay, my potatoes are going in. I actually don't think I'm gonna use all of them. So it probably was 3 potatoes altogether. And the broth is next. Okay, so honestly, that was perfect, that amount, that just one box of beef stock, and I feel like this is covered enough. So all I'm gonna do is I'm just going to pop on the lid and I'm gonna bring it to a boil, and then I will, once it gets to a boil, I'll turn it down a little bit and let this kind of cook away for a good hour, hour and a half, depending on how everything's done. We will see, and then we will come back later on to thicken it. Okay, well, I forgot the tomato paste. So is that going to affect the flavor that much? And I forgot the bay leaves, come on. Okay, I'm putting the bay leaves in right now. They're just these little guys right here. I'm gonna add those in. We're not gonna forget you, but I did forget the tomato paste. So hopefully that doesn't make too much of a difference. We'll see. I'm sure it's gonna be delicious. It smells really good so far. So we're just gonna let this cook away. I'm putting these bay leaves in right now. And then yeah, that's it. We just let this kind of cook away. Okay, so last part of this dish is that I'm going to thicken it. So what I'll need for this is cornstarch. So I'm gonna use equal parts cornstarch, that's hard to say, equal parts cornstarch and water. So I'm gonna use cold water and I'm just gonna mix it in my like little mason jar here, and hopefully I can thicken it up. So I think I'm gonna eat, guys, why can't I say anything tonight? I think I'm going to need probably 2 tablespoons worth of the cornstarch in order to thicken it up to the consistency that I want, but I will start with 1. So 1 part cornstarch, 1 part water, and I'm gonna stir it in off of the heat and then bring it back up to a boil on the heat, and that should activate the cornstarch. Not 100% if that's like accurate, if that's how people do it, but I'm pretty sure. My dad actually uses the cornstarch, and that's where I learned that trick with like cooking and stews and soups and things like that, is definitely through his guidance. So okay, so then bringing it back over to the heat, and I'm gonna try and bring it up to a boil. Okay guys, it's done. It actually tastes incredible. I did add in one of the beef oxo flavoring packets, and it tastes so good. I also added in the peas. So guys, I'm impressed. I'm actually really proud that it turned out so well. And yeah, the only other thing is usually I would have done it maybe even with mashed potatoes instead of potatoes in just boiled within the stew, but I just wanted to keep it simple tonight and go with potatoes like this. But this is perfect. I'm just gonna plate it up and show you guys the finished product. Okay, so it is all done, and I just have it in my bowl here, and I just plated what would probably be a serving worth, and I'm counting this as 6 points, and I am so excited about it. It's really like warm and rich and all the flavors I was hoping for. So I cooked this, it probably ended up being almost 2 hours, just because I wanted to try and keep the beef nice and tender. It's really hot, bad idea. Okay, I'm just gonna try a little bit of the beef and some carrot and a little celery. Okay, I'm gonna just wait for this to cool for just a second, even though I'm so excited. That is so good. Okay. I'm so excited to eat this. This is absolutely delicious, easier than you might think. I know that stews or things like that can be intimidating. I promise you they're not. They are very kind of easy, step by step. Just follow through with the process and you're good to go. And you can make this however you want. You can switch it up. You can play with different ingredients. So 6 points for dinner, and that's it. And I'm going to meet you guys back here for dessert. Okay, so for dessert tonight, I'm doing something a little bit different. I actually haven't tried them before, but we were browsing IKEA. Actually, I put it in a vlog a little bit ago, or one of these videos, and while I was there, I actually picked up a few things from their like grocery section, and I thought these looked really good, and I thought either for breakfast or for dessert. So they're pancakes, they're Swedish pancakes. They look just like this. First of all, how adorable is this packaging? I thought it was so pretty. And for one of these, it is 3 points. So I'm just gonna have one for dessert. I'm really not that hungry for dessert. I'm gonna have one of these for 3 points. I'm also going to have some of the Smucker's no sugar added caramel sundae syrup, which is this one right here. So I'm going to use that. If I had some really good like no sugar added strawberry jam or like something like that, I would definitely use that. Or obviously no sugar added syrup would be perfect. And then I'm also going to top with a tiny bit of the real whipped cream, the light version. So between the caramel and the whipped cream, I'm not going to use that much on just one pancake. So it's probably going to be 2 points worth for both of these, and 3 points for the pancake. So that is a 5-point dessert. Okay with me. And these guys you just heat up in the microwave, so couldn't be easier. And for one piece, it's only 100 calories as well. If you're counting calories, pretty easy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put one of these on a plate. And it does say to just place, it says 4 pancakes. I'm just gonna put one in. On a plate, heat on high under a lid for 3 to 4 minutes. So I'm going to just put one on there, 3 minutes, see what happens. And yeah, hope for the best. I'm excited about this. Okay, so here's the pancake. This is what it looks like. It's not super big, but again, I'm really not that hungry. If I wanted to, it would be 6 points, which is still fine. So I'm just going to pop this in the microwave and see what happens. Okay, so I am going a little bit crazy, and I'm gonna have 1 or 2 of these little marshmallows that I found at Marshall's. You know, things like this just get me. I don't know what happens. I'm actually not even that big of like a marshmallow fan, but I just thought they looked really cute. It's real Belgian marshmallow, and this is what they look like. So I'm just gonna count this, honestly, 2 points. Like, if I'm being honest, I don't know. I feel like it's a tiny little treat. I put it in the app, and a marshmallow, 1 or 2 points. 2 points maybe, but I know it's probably bigger, plus the little candy on top, but it's not gonna make or break. And sometimes you need a little added treat. So I am going to have that, and I'm just going to add on my sundae syrup and my whipped cream on my little pancake. So going in with a little bit of this guy first. And then a little top of whipped cream. And there we go. That's dessert. Okay, so I'm gonna try this and let you guys know what it tastes like. Does this look like the cutest little dessert? Adorable. Okay, so let's try it. They definitely have like a crepe kind of texture. I actually feel like you could almost roll this and have it that way, but those are good. Those are so good. All right, IKEA, coming through with some really good little food items. So that is gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for tagging along with me on this What I Eat in a Day on Weight Watchers Blue Plan. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I would really appreciate it if you liked this video, give it a big thumbs up. It really helps out me and it helps out my channel. And then of course, hit the red subscribe button down below if you haven't already. I would love to have you subscribe to my channel and join me for future videos. And of course, you can find me over on Instagram. I'm at OliviaFredaCurves over there. That's always listed in the description box down below as well. Before I go, I definitely do want to see if you guys have any suggestions for WW meals for the winter time. Let me know if you have any super good recipes that you can recommend, because I'm always looking for new inspiration and would love to hear from you guys. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go sit down. I'm watching Dawson's Creek right now. I'm living my best 90s life. I am a 90s baby. I was born in 1990. I'm turning 30 next week, so December 11th. If you're watching this before then, that's actually my birthday, and this video will be up before then. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks again for watching, guys. I hope you're having the best day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.